for the Village of Midlothian, Wednesday, May 22nd, 2024, at 7 p.m. Roll call, please. Clerk Moscow.
Trustee Burback.
Here.
Trustee Caveney.
Here.
Trustee Crowley.
Here.
Trustee Hilly. Trustee Johnson.
Here.
Trustee Killily.
Here.
Mayor LaRue.
Here.
You have a quorum, sir.
Thank you, sir. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Remain stand for a moment of silence for our fallen veterans. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Let the record reflect that Trustee Killey is attending by phone. All right, at this time, I'll open the floor to public comment. Is there any public comment tonight? Come up front to the microphone. You can go to the microphone there, so the people at home can hear you.
I called because I thought I could. I am actually here wondering whether you guys can do anything about this. So as we're saying the pledge to that flag, I have two neighbors on my block behind me with this disgusting flag, two of them. I'd like to show you. I'm wondering if you could order them to take it down, or if it...
Is it offensive language, or?
Yeah, in my opinion, could I show it to you? I mean, when it says FK, in between is the American flag, and Biden, the president, that's over the top. And when my neighbor next door, I'm here on behalf of her, she's walking with her children. Her daughter read that. She's 8 years old. So now she can't even walk around the block with her daughter.
If it has foul language, it's not allowable.
Well, can I show this picture to you guys?
Sure. Let's let Chief Delaney look at it.
Just don't know what's becoming in this world. Is that, and then we have the American flag, so it's desecrating our American flag. And then the K, the 8-year-old, she could read that. And asked her, why is that? F in the flag and the K, Biden, your president, our president?
Doesn't spell it out.
Doesn't spell it out.
Oh, come on, everybody knows what that says. That's protected with the American flag in
You
between.
actually have to say the actual curse word.
Unquestionably, undeniably protected by the Constitution. I don't like the language any more than you do.
I mean, everybody knows what it says. It's the intent, it's there. When an 8-year-old could read it.
In there might be some other ordinance that we could possibly apply with regard to indecency, but still, it'd be a high hurdle because it's pure political speech. And that's been the trend of the last decade or so. It's pure political speech, no matter how political it's being protected.
So there is no law against desecration of the flag either, because it's got, I mean, in the middle of it is the flag.
And unfortunately, the Supreme Court has made that all political speech. Burning the flag is political speech.
I just thought I'd try.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else tonight? All right, then I will close the floor to public comment. Move on to tonight's consent agenda. Number 1, approval of the April 2024 Administration Department monthly report. Number 2, approval of the April 2024 Building Department monthly report. Number 3, approval of the April 2024 Fire Department monthly report. Number 4, approval of the April 2024 Police Department monthly report. Number 5, approval of the April 2024 Public Works Department monthly report. Number 6, approval of the April 2024 Treasurer's monthly report. Number 7, approval of May 1st, 2024 committee meeting minutes. Number 8, approval of May 1st, 2024 closed session meeting minutes. Number 9, approval of the May 8th, 2024 board meeting minutes. And number 10, approval of the list of bills. Is there any item any trustee would like off of tonight's consent agenda? Hearing no dissension, I'm looking for a motion to approve tonight's consent agenda as read.
I'll make the motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please, Clerk Maxwell.
Trustee Crowley.
Aye.
Trustee Kaveny.
Aye.
Trustee Burbette.
Aye.
Trustee Johnson.
Present.
Trustee Killily.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you, sir. Moving on to trustee business, trustee Johnson.
Thank you, Mayor. I have nothing tonight.
Thank you, ma'am. Trustee Burbette.
Nothing tonight.
Thank you, sir. Trustee Gavney.
Thank you, Mayor. First thing on my agenda, I'm looking for approval of special use permit application for Big Toes Towing at 4444 West 147th Street here in Midlothian.
Does that have the changes that were made after
Yes.
the second round of changes to delete the parking garage language?
Yes, I don't know what the, oh, there it is, there's the document. Yes, I sent that to everybody.
Okay.
I sent it to everybody on Monday to review.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
On Monday, today, I reviewed it again, sent out the response to you. In one of the conditions, it references for use as a towing business and parking garage. I had a discussion with Mr. Murphy in which I expressed my concern that capital letter parking garage would approve their ability to be able to rent out space in that garage for money. And that's not what they intended. That's not what I believe the village board intended to do either.
Correct. At least not the intent, no.
Right, so just deleting the words "and parking garage," and the ordinance is fine.
It's a parking garage for their own personal vehicles for their business. So this would be the umpteenth time we've gone through this ordinance and reviewed it, and that has not been brought to my attention before, that that was a distinction
This was brought
or
up
an
as
issue.
a condition the second time around. My
But it is gonna be a parking
No,
garage
it was
for their-
always a parking garage.
for
That
their-
was never,
for
that's not new.
For their business.
Yeah,
It's, Attorney Valdez, just to be clear,
Okay.
it's not a new request. It's always been Big Toe's intention that they were gonna use this building to park their tow trucks and their pickup trucks that they use for their business on a daily basis in that building. That's always been the,
The words parking garage in that context are like saying ink pen. A garage is a garage.
oh, Tony, I get it.
But when you say
but
parking garage, it makes it something that could be,
It's a term of art.
yeah.
Under the code.
I understand, but I didn't draft the ordinance. It was drafted
All
by
right,
one
then
of
all
our
we have
other
to do
attorneys.
is take those
So
three
what do we need
words.
to do to fix
Just
it?
strike those last three words,
But
and parking garage.
In which portion of the ordinance?
It's in page 4.
If you sent this, a note to me about it today, I did not see the note.
Okay. Page 4, I did send it today. Section 4, paragraph A, last three words, and parking garage.
Okay, but just let me clarify, by us removing these words and capital parking, capital garage, will not prohibit them from parking their own Big Toes tow
No.
trucks and Big Toes
No,
pickup trucks in the building?
no, that.
Okay,
the-
because that was always the intent
Right.
when they came to the
That's why
village
those
to
three
buy the
words
building.
are, that's only because, again, even if it was a small p and the small g as a parking garage, that would be fine. But the referencing a capital P, a capital
Okay.
G means it's a use under the code to sell space in a garage to the public to rent, and that's not what you approve.
is that what you just read out clear enough for the record, that we are deleting capital P parking, capital G garage in page 4, section 4,
Paragraph A.
paragraph A?
And I believe, do we have a copy of the amended? Yes. The clerk has a copy of the amended in case the board.
And I'm just curious, Attorney, when did you send this to me today? I'm looking through my emails. I didn't have an email from you today with regards to Big Toes specifically.
Today, probably around 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock.
Okay, was it specifically about Big Toes, or was this included in another
It
email?
was a response to the Big Toes ordinance, and Mr. Murphy's confirming that he had put the new terms that the village board had added on there.
Okay, I did not receive that correspondence, I don't have it, so.
I'll-
I apologize, I didn't have it, that's why I'm a little stunned and surprised by the conversation. So,
And actually, Mr. Murphy responds, and I will check to make sure, but my understanding was he responded to CC to you, that works for me.
okay, that email correspondence had nothing to do with this particular ordinance. That email was a general email about parking garages in their zoning code in
Okay.
general. So, that's, okay. Never mind. So we have my motion and trustee Crowley's second.
Yes.
Is there any other discussion?
Is there any other discussion?
Can I ask why we have number F in there? Or letter F, so sorry. Is there any, usually you don't see that, but is there any thought that there could be issues with the neighbors?
No, Don, as I had replied back to your email, for everyone's knowledge, one of the statements in the ordinance says, "The owners of the property and the business shall work with the neighbors in the village on any problems or issues that come up." And I responded, trustee Killily had a concern with regards to that statement, was wondering what kind of problems are there? And I responded back to trustee Killily and told him that there were no problems that I was aware of, that the attorney put that in as a blanket statement. I don't know, I think, and I did ask Attorney Peter Murphy why that statement was in there, and he confirmed that it was just a statement that he puts in a lot of his ordinances, just asking that the business.
Mediation before,
Pardon me?
mediation before enforcement.
Right, exactly. Communication between the business owners and the neighbors if there's an issue that comes up.
Okay. All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other discussion? Roll call, please, Clerk Moscow.
Trustee Kaveny.
Aye.
Trustee Crowley.
Aye.
Trustee Burback.
Aye.
Trustee Johnson.
Aye.
Trustee Killily.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you, everyone. Deputy Clerk Harris, could you do me a favor, and once the document is executed by the mayor, could you email me a PDF copy, and I'll forward it to the building department and to the business. Thank you. Okay, next on my list is I'm looking for approval of the Angels Landscaping and Construction, Inc. agreement for the 2024 vacant property grass cutting for the season.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please, Clerk Moscow.
Trustee Kaveny.
Aye.
Trustee Crowley.
Aye.
Trustee Burback.
Aye.
Trustee Johnson.
Aye.
Trustee Killily.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. I just want to bring up and let everybody know, there was a statistic that I wanted to share with everyone. We've been very focused, the village has been very focused on, economic development and bringing businesses to the community and so forth, and hopefully all of you were able to, if not attend the State of the Village address last night, watch it on Facebook. One statistic that we didn't bring up was what was happening in our residential community. And the feeling is that Midlothian is kind of landlocked and there's no place else to build. However, builders have been being creative, and they have found some lots here and there, and there's been more new residential construction going on than you would imagine. In 2020, which was the COVID year, we built two new homes were built. In 2021, 6 new homes were built. 2022, 1 new home was built. 2023, 3 new homes were built. And this year, we're projecting 3 additional new homes to be completed. So that'll be, 15 new homes in the last 5 years, which is pretty decent. People might not be too excited about garages, but believe it or not, 30 garages have been built in the last 4 years. And we're on track to have 6 new garages built this year. So that's all I have.
Thank you, ma'am. Trustee Killily, do you have anything tonight?
Yes, that's Mayor. I would like actually to postpone discussion of the Metra agreement. Some things in the agreement have come up, and I think we need a little more time to investigate. One of the things, of course, is that we have a continuing deficit in the one commuter account, this year 70,000. And one of the properties in the agreement, I thought we always believed that the village owned. So if we can postpone a discussion of that till the June 5th meeting, I would like to make a motion to do that.
Because it was only for discussion.
It was only on the agenda for discussion anyways, trustees, so we can just postpone it
That's right.
without a vote.
Okay, we'll just postpone it until June 5th.
Okay, perfect.
And that's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you, sir. Trustee Crowley?
Thank you, sir. Just a couple of things tonight. I did send the board an email regarding the new ADA compliance requirements for our website. I spoke to Civic Plus, and they've given us some options. I'm going to review them. I asked the attorney to review to make sure as well that there's nothing else we need to be doing. And I'll be bringing that to the board because it will be an added expense for our website. I'd also just like to let everyone know that Deputy Clerk Harris has started working on our new economic development website. Thank you very much, Deputy Clerk. Trustee Caveney, the mayor, myself, and our consultant have been going over it for a few months now, and I think we're kind of ready to roll it out. So we're really excited about it. It's going to have a lot of information about our TIF, about available properties, and it's going to be a huge refresh, something that I think we're all looking forward to. I did have one question, Engineer Plata. You're going to work with the grant writer for the new revisions for the GIGO grant, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The village is looking forward to, last year we applied for over is there a $6 million grant? No, that was the other one. We applied for a grant to do some work over at the old state of, what is it, State Farm, thank you. State Farm property that the village acquired. And we are going to be applying for another option for that for flooding for this year. So we'll be keeping everyone up to date on that. Last but not least, I just wanted to, I've been kind of giving everyone updates on the what's going on with our legislative session. The two big things that we're really looking at right now is the governor's proposal to reduce the 1% or to eliminate the 1% grocery tax and the changes in the crime-free housing legislation. The spring session will be ending next week unless there's something to carry it over. So I'm hoping that we will have a resolution. IML did come up with some good alternatives. They sent a letter to the governor last week from all of the municipalities that supported them and sent letters. And we'll be following that to make sure that our voice is heard as well. And that's all I have this evening, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Moving on to department heads.
Chief Hotwriter.
I have nothing to say, sir.
Thank you, sir. Chief Delaney.
Thank you, sir. Just a couple items tonight. On May 17th, we had our Cotton on Top event at Dunkin' Donuts. We raised $4,200 at the event, which is the second highest ever for the Cotton on Top event. The next event for Special Olympics will be the Torch Run, which will be June 4th at 1 p.m. We'll receive the torch from Markham at 147th and Kedzie, and runners will run it to 147th and Cicero and pass it off to Oak Forest. So if anybody would like to come out and support the runners that day, 1 p.m. and it'll be straight down 147th Street.
Can you delay it till 2?
Till 2? We can get some slow runners if you'd like. I'll run it for you, sir. We'll see you there too. Then the final event will be the 5-0 at the Dirty O race. This year it's at the Grundy County Speedway, June 15th, and tickets are on sale if anybody would like to attend that. Lieutenant Tebow will be the representative racing for Midlothian again. He's got a first place finish, multiple second place finishes, so hopefully he can bring the trophy home. So special thanks to Lieutenant Tebow for coordinating the 3 events every year. Thanks to the officers that came out to the Cop on Top event and for the ones who are going to run. And thank you to the residents for their generosity. And that's all I have, sir.
Thank you, sir. Engineer Plata.
Thank you, Mayor. I have 2 things tonight. One is that we opened bids for the lead service line replacement project last week. The bids came in solid. We should be able to replace about 230 lead service lines based on the amount of money we got from IEPA. And then the second thing is today we advertised our sanitary sewer manhole rehab project. And both of those should come before the board to be awarded at the next meeting.
Engineer, how many will that leave after that? Do you know approximately? For the lead service lines?
All right, there's not an absolute amount of certainty as to how much are in town, but the number we're working with right now is about 700 total. So this project should knock out about 30%.
Engineer, can you go to the status on the State Farm building? We met out there about 2 weeks ago with you and Carrie Kantara and Joe and I and Jay, and you had mentioned that we needed to get a kind of survey done.
I have the field work scheduled on that, and my understanding is that they should be getting out there pretty soon to take all the elevation data.
What's pretty soon? In a week, in 2 weeks?
It's hard to say right this very moment, but I put in the request maybe like right after that meeting.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say within the next month for sure.
Month?
There's a lot of survey work that we have to do right now. I can give you an update and get a better idea, but I'm trying to be safe here with the time I give you on the spot. And that's all I have tonight.
Thank you, sir. Deputy Clerk Harris?
The third round and final round of vehicle stickers are being mailed out the first week in June with the water bills. And if you don't get a water bill, they will still get mailed out the first week in June. The last day to purchase it is Saturday, June 29th. It needs to be adhered to your vehicle by midnight. Otherwise, good old PD here might give you a citation. So, and that is all I have, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Director Redmond?
Just one item, Mayor. The finance tab on our website has been updated. It now includes the appropriations that was approved, the budget, as well as the IMRF total compensation report. And that's it.
Excellent, thank you. Attorney Valdez?
I was going to say I had nothing, but I just want to clarify something very quick. I'm not saying that vulgar words put on paper and stuck in your lawn is, that I condone that. That is a decent thing to do. It has nothing to do with that. It's just that the court have been very clear about that. And when I made the remark about burning the flag protection, I certainly did not intend to say that the legal department of the village condones that, appreciates that, or in any way is anything but repugnant, that activity is anything but repugnant. It's just what the Supreme Court has held the laws. That's it.
Thank you. I didn't get the impression that you were condoning it.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Did anyone else get that impression?
Just because sometimes lawyers get the blame for saying what the law is.
That's what we
I
pay
did
you
not
for.
get that impression, but I'm very pleased that you did not have to, or I'm very disappointed that you did not add on to my comments, because usually, when I talk about IMO, you usually have a lot to say. I'm a little surprised.
Moving on. I have nothing other than to say, wishing everyone a very, very happy and safe Memorial Day weekend. I was informed yesterday that I guess the VFW and American Legion will be doing a memorial service at Memorial Park on Sunday at 11 a.m. I plan to be there. If anyone else wants to join us, it's a very somber service, as I remember from years past. So, yeah, I'll be there. That's all I have. Clerk Moscow?
I have nothing tonight, sir.
Thank you, sir. Seeing there's no further business coming before the board, I'm looking for a motion to adjourn.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it. Oh, I forgot to say, enjoy your fifth Wednesday, everyone.
Fifth Wednesday.